In today's video, what to do about nagging injuries when you're cutting.
All by myself.
This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and today I'm going to answer your question that you left me on my Instagram direct message. So we're going to talk about injuries. We're going to talk about strains. We're going to talk about those annoying little aches and pains in the gym, and if they become more prevalent when we're cutting, when we're getting leaner. And first, follow along my Instagram right here, and you can send me a direct message. I'll screenshot it just like I did here, and we'll talk about it. So here's the question. Basically boils down to this. After cutting for a long period of time, starting to get some nagging injuries, is it a result of cutting? And so I want to say, first and foremost, I don't believe it's a direct result of cutting. I don't think that being in a fat loss phase causes you to have more injuries. However, what I have noticed is that we get a little bit less recovery because of our training. We also tend to train a little bit more, meaning we kind of increase our cardio, we increase our intensity, because our goal when we're cutting or getting ready for a competition is so intense. We start skipping those rest and recovery days, and we start putting more emphasis on being in the gym more. How do I know this? Because I do it. You're damn right. When I'm trying to get ready for a competition, I'm trying to maximize every second of every day up until that competition. Once you put that date in front of you, my friends, it's very real. So, what do I suggest? Well, this was, without a doubt, the best I have ever been health-wise going through a contest prep, and a few reasons for that. One, I took the emphasis off high-intensity cardio. Why? Because the word intensity is right in there. And if you're doing high-intensity cardio, I used to do things like car pushes, sprints in the street, prowler pushes, okay? These are very tough on the joints. They were tough on my ankles, my knees, my hips, sometimes even my elbows and my back, okay? So when you're compounding your training volume and intensity with your cardio volume intensity, there's a recipe there for a little bit of overtraining and under recovery. Well, I took that out this year. The only cardio I did all year long was walking. That's it. And I really, really like this approach. The difficulty is that it requires more time to do just walking. But if you spend longer time in a cut and don't shortchange yourself and just try to do a 12-week cut to get stage ready, well, you have the opportunity to do things like take a day off, not do HIIT cardio, do less cardio, okay? This is why I feel like I was able to recover better. I also paid a lot closer attention to my supplementation. There's a few supplements that I feel are really key. Now, I just turned 43, that's right. For those of you watching and doing your cardio right now and you're like listening to it and you're like, this dude's old AF, he doesn't know anything. Well, I've been doing this a long time, and I will say this, the longer you train, the more muscle you have, the more resilient your body is. But you also just get better at the little things, okay? So I included some supplements this year from Core Nutritionals. I think I got some right here. So, first and foremost is a joint supplement, okay? Core Nutritionals makes one called Core Flex. Now, you can probably look up the ingredients. There might be another product on the market. Listen, I trust my man Doug at Core Nutritionals, so I just get the best. I have my clients use the best. Core Flex really saved my joints during this prep. I also believe in a high quality essential fatty acid like Core Omega. And this final one is something that I just feel like helps our bodies recover, okay? The first two were fatty acids, were joint supplements, chondroitin and MSM, and the things that actually can biologically be available to help us heal and recover. But the last one is Core Hard. And Core Hard has been shown to do a couple things. One of them is reduce cortisol. That can have a profound impact on your recovery. When you recover better, when you sleep better, I feel like the body is adapting better to the process of getting lean, and therefore, well, less likely to get injured. Now, another thing that I think has become a real common issue with people that are dieting and getting injured is when you have some tendonitis in your elbow, I think it's very common right now to go, you know what? I have some tendonitis in the elbow. I'm gonna get out a medicine ball. I'm gonna get out a racket ball. I'm gonna get out a foam roll, and I'm gonna foam roll the shit out of that area. Well, guess what? You're damaging that tissue, okay? You can actually foam roll your way into worse pain, okay? Sometimes what you need is just to not train. So if you have some tendonitis in an elbow, in a bicep, in a shoulder, perhaps look at doing movements in a pattern that doesn't aggravate it for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, okay? If you have some hip pain from having a wider stance, maybe focus on a narrower stance for a couple weeks. If you can do things that don't aggravate the injury, because every time you aggravate the injury, you're just recreating that inflammation. And sometimes it starts to compound and then it just never goes away, right? It becomes very, very difficult. And during contest prep or during a fat loss phase, we're so hyper-focused on that goal of getting leaner, 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 we just push, push, push. So I don't think it's necessarily because we're in a caloric deficit. I think it's all the compounding variables that cause that, okay? Because this year, I feel like I managed all that stuff better. If I felt run down or I felt like I had a little bit of an injury, guess what I did? I took a damn day off. I listened to my body. Why? Because I wasn't in a rush. I didn't have this hard deadline. I started dieting with a target show, and then I actually pushed it back a little bit, okay, based on life, based on, things that were going on, and maybe you could do that. But hopefully this answers your question. Yes, injuries happen. Yes, strains happen. Bodybuilders, work around them. You have to work around them. If you are foam rolling the crap out of your body, not taking days off, not getting enough sleep, not taking proper supplementation, well, you're probably going to increase the risk of these things kind of happening. So just understand that when we push our bodies, it pushes back. If you don't allow the body to recover and you push again, that's when things start to break. All right, guys, have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.